The Hybrid Soul with Kelly Kinkaid is your destination for music and culture discovery. My guest today is the reason why we have this show because we love to discover artists like him. He's multi-talented, y'all. We got sports, we got music. He plays a lot of instruments, and he has a new project, Fourth and Long, that I'm loving, and we support it here at the Hybrid Soul. So we had to invite him here so we can talk more and discover more from my guest today. Welcome to the show, Larrenwong. How are you today?
I'm great, Kelly. Thank you for having me. That was a
Good,
great
good.
introduction.
So when I was doing my discovery before we were meeting, like you got music, you got a catalog, and I'm
Yes.
curious to know your beginnings because you are an athlete who loves music, right? So
Former athlete.
yes, when did your love for music start? As a child, family, who put you on?
Yeah, my music has been around me my entire life. So my grandpa played jazz.
Hmm.
My dad was a producer, DJ. So they used to just leave instruments around me. And yeah, so from like my earliest memories, I like music was a part of the picture or just
Yeah.
in my life. It wasn't never really looked at it as a career thing until later, but it was in the periphery.
So did you start singing first or you picked up the instruments first?
Instruments first. Yeah, I picked up instruments and production, like making the beats, and then progressed into singing. So I look at myself, I'm around a bunch of dudes who grew up singing and pastors' kids and all that nowadays, but I look at myself like a musician who can sing.
Okay. Cool. And so you started your family, music come from a musical family. You're
Yes,
from the
ma'am.
Bay Area, who have their own sound. I'm curious to know who are some of besides your family, who are some of your musical influences?
Oh man, just the independent scene in the Bay Area at the time. That was
Yeah.
big influence on me. Like Mac Dre, E40, those type of guys, Keep the Sneak, the whole hyphy.
Mm-hmm.
But even beyond that, like I love to this day, one of my biggest influences is Raphael Sadiq, Tony
Mm.
Tone, RP, Dwayne
R.I.P.
Wiggins. Yeah, Dwayne Wiggins
Absolutely.
passed. Actually really upset that I never got a chance to get in with them. Even to this
Yeah.
day, Raphael, like I would love to work with him, but you know, everything in
Yeah.
God's timing. But who else? Um, my dad is from Brooklyn, so I have a lot of before I was even able to like go and seek the music, in the city, I was listening to, and my mom doesn't even listen to music, so I was only listening to like rap or rap, like hip hop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. When you talked about Tony catalog, you're building a catalog, which is quite impressive. I'm like, where did he have the time between playing football and putting this music? How have you been able to balance uh doing this?
Uh, just good time management.
Uh-huh.
I'm also a alpha, so I did that as well as pleasure fraternity. So it just taught me a lot.
Okay.
It just taught me a lot about these 24 hours that we have each day and
Yeah.
how to use them to the maximum ability.
Yeah. I love that. Growing up in the Bay Area, you talked about Tony, and all the greats from there. Being a Bay Area native, what do you feel representing the Bay Area with your music? Like, how do you go about putting your projects together?
Hmm. Um, I think being from the Bay Area has influenced me with how I go about rolling the projects out. And just even today, like I haven't really signed a deal. So
Yeah,
that independent spirit is still within me.
I love
The,
that.
the communal spirit, like that's what it's all about in the Bay Area. And I think that's why a lot of people come out here and have trouble building here, LA, and have trouble building or gaining real traction with the community. It's all community. It's like people look at the numbers and the labels and just all the extra stuff and forget that it's actual real people, real communities, real groups of friends listening and pulling up to the shows, buying tickets. So I think being from the Bay, California, West Coast in general has helped me tremendously with like just have garnering that ground support out here.
Yeah. Talking about your beginning, so come from a musical family, play different instruments, and you found a love in sports, football in general. I'm curious to know just your journey, just putting the pieces together. Because were you just an all-around sports guy and football grabbed you to play professionally and you went to Northwestern? How did your journey start?
So I started playing football when I was 8. My
Okay.
father took me to the game. Um, and as I grew up, I did basketball as well, baseball, ran track, I wrestled. Um, but yeah, football was like I was the moneymaker. You
Okay.
know,
Okay.
a bunch of my track friends got scholarships, but it was like half scholarships, partial. I was just more so looking like, how can I get to college for free? But even then, like, I was never the type to watch ESPN or even after practice. Some people would like play Madden and watch ESPN after a whole day of football practice. I was the
Yeah.
type to like, I'm gonna go to the art museum. I'm gonna go hang out. I'm gonna go to the city. Like, so I was never really a football guy. You know, I just was somebody who was talented enough and could like lock my mind and my body enough to do a goal that I saw it was a vehicle. That's a better word.
And I talk about Laren Wong. I talk about this. It's important as we discover you just to know your beginnings because it's so dope when I listen to your music, just the makings of you, right? Um, your story is so inspirational for someone who may be doing cars and can sing, like you put
Yeah.
your mind to it. I'm curious to know, and I want to talk about Fourth and Long, which is a great project in addition to your other projects. That motivation, what was it? You played football since 8, went to Northwestern, outstanding player, played in the NFL, right? But music has always been the center of you, correct?
Uh,
Center as far as where you are now. We're talking present term.
yeah, yes, yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
We're gonna bring it back to the music. What was that motivation for you to start churning out these projects? Because you have Aria in 2017 that you put out, but you've been singing. What was the decision? Because you could have stayed a football player and played professional.
Mm.
But what was that turning point in your life for you to say, I'm gonna put go to music?
Um, it was just that's what really made me. That's it. Football puts your love for it to the test.
Yeah.
It's like anything of real substance. You know, it's going to see what you're about. So
Hmm.
it was a critical time in the football career. I had jumped from, I think I'm on my third team at this point, getting cut team to team, waiting on a call at home, working out, not knowing. Um, the emotional toll was just too much for me at the time, especially, and I had uh, these visions and I was perfecting my craft in the music. I was gaining more confidence in that. So it just the right opportunity presented itself to pursue it fully.
Yeah. I love that. I love going back and listening to some of the music that you performed. You are in a special clique of the performances of colors, and you did a song "Mama" off one of your projects. How has it been like just as an artist performing these major platforms and letting the world see like who you are?
Oh, it's great. It's
Yeah.
great. I feel a little bit at home though. I feel
Mm-hmm.
at home because uh, I've been in front of a larger, like, bring it to football. I've been in front of an even larger audience, you know,
Yeah.
like ESPN, game day, like uh, just even like certain NFL games. Like I perform better uh, when the stage is bigger.
Yeah. How have I think of when I just look at you as a whole discipline. How has as an athlete the discipline transferred over to being an artist?
It's a craft just like any other. So
Yeah.
it's something you do day in, day out. There's fundamentals that you have to train. There's coaching points, but like it's all the same thing. It's just believing in yourself. You know, I
Mm-hmm.
think you could only have discipline if you believe in yourself. You know, if you think that you could
Thanks.
actually accomplish it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the root of it all. It's just like self-belief.
What's been the fun part of being an artist, like in your current time? What do you like about this music career that you're in now?
I like being able to like I know how there's two things, but I know how much of a fan of music I was before I became an
Hmm.
artist. Still am, and just how like much research and how much what people do artists mean like meant to me, you know.
Hmm.
So and also how much I would just sit and ponder on certain lyrics and concepts that they would introduce into their songs. So that's probably my biggest or one of my biggest things that I take away from being an artist is that you get to introduce people to new ideas and ways of
Yeah.
thinking and perspectives.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And two is just I guess it's kind of piggyback on this point one. It's just like I'm only here because I thought I could do it. Anything that you look around, that lamp behind you, this microphone, this computer, it's only here because somebody thought that they could do it. So that's like the root of it all for me.
What keeps you focused? Are you a reader? What do you do outside of music?
I do a lot outside of music. I skate. I've been skating since kindergarten. It's my Cali. That's my culture. You know,
Uh-huh.
I produce. I play instruments. I read. I surf. I work out every day. Yeah. I got a bunch of other stuff that
I see.
should be mentioned, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Let's talk about Fourth and Long. I first want to I have theories, but I have you here. I would love I love the title, but I'm curious, how did you come up and say this is the title, Fourth and Long?
Uh, my like intention for this next chapter in my career is just moving with more just openness and vulnerability. Um, I feel like I've struggled openly. I've struggled with that in the past, with just like really letting people in. But this is just Fourth and Long was my attempt, or just me telling more of my story. Like it
Hmm.
was football is such a crucial part of my life, and this is the first time I've ever introduced it in any of my creative projects. So it's me telling my story. Fourth and Long is a football situation. You know, you got first and 10. Fourth and long is like the most critical situation where your back is against the wall. So I thought it was fitting. And my last name is also Long, by the way.
I love it. I've thought a lot of different. I was like, oh, did he make it because of this? Wow. Was it easy to come up with that title for you? Did it take you a minute to kind of figure out what it was?
No, I already had the name. I already had the
Uh-huh.
name. That's the name of the larger umbrella company that I'm building out right now.
Hmm.
Fourth and Long. So our consulting, publishing, all of that stuff will fall under Fourth and Long. And
Yeah.
Larrenwong gets signed to Fourth and Long.
Okay, okay. Putting this project together, love the visuals, the lyrics out the frame. I was like, okay, I hear you. I see you. I see the video. Let's talk about that one out the frame first. That writing process, what was the concept?
So that was just one of those things that came up spontaneously in the studio. So
Uh-huh.
I have a buddy who he uh he takes it upon himself to procure beats.
Uh-huh.
So every time I come to the studio, I have a fresh batch of beats. So he sent me a beat and recorded to it. Um, I feel like when I heard it, it's really only a couple things you could talk about over the beat. Topic wise, you know. So
Yeah.
I just went with what was on my heart, and we had a singing. I had finished the singing portion of it in one night. I have one of my main collaborators is a writer. Um, I just pretty much sent it to him. He sent me back like what I could do for the rap verse, and I recorded it, and I was the he's the lyrical miracle, so he comes in clutch a lot. So yeah,
Right.
that's how I finished the record.
Out the frame was on your heart. Okay. Okay. And then I like No Idea. No
That's
Idea. Let's talk about that.
no idea. That's a funny song. It's just
Uh-huh.
it's a redemption song, pretty much,
Uh-huh.
where it's a small world, as being in LA and everything. Wires can get crossed very easily. unknowingly, unbeknownst to yourself sometimes.
Yeah.
So that's just the song about being open about that in situations where you may have mingled with somebody that you're now in a relationship, somebody that they are close with, or a friend of theirs. So it happens. It's just a song that I think more people can relate to than would like to admit.
Absolutely, absolutely. And let's talk about this classic song, Seven Days.
Mhm.
Um, it's a classic song, Craig David. What made you choose this song to put on the project, Fourth and Long?
I just have always loved the song.
Hmm.
I think Craig David is an amazing artist.
Yeah.
Especially that song in particular, just the vibe of music that my ear's been gravitating towards lately. It's like very guitar based. I'm leaning back into my roots of the guitar. So
Hmm.
uh, that guitar, it was R&B. It had the perfect bounce or perfect vibe that I could see myself making us or just kind of where I'm at musically. So I picked it up. I played the guitar on my version, and I sent it out to my friends, the Eastie Boys, and they produced it up. Got in the studio and yeah, wrote the record. It was bada bing, bada boom.
I love it. I love it. Talk about, I'm curious to know, what's the difference with your fans as you're building being on stages and stuff? Because on the field you have fans, right?
Yeah.
So how is it being on stage now, singing your songs and people singing with you? What's that feeling like? Because you're doing it. You put your mind to it. How do you feel?
It's much better than the football interaction.
Yeah.
It feels great. It feels great because you look people directly in their eyes. And like with football, I didn't come up with the offensive scheme. I didn't come up with this out uniform. I'm
Hmm.
kind of representing this entity. With music, it's like these songs, the outfit, all of it is like my intellectual work, you know?
Hmm.
So that's kind of the most rewarding part about it. Like as opposed to football. Yeah. It's just I guess yeah, the being recognized for the work that you put in.
Yeah, I love that. As you speak, I'm curious to know this. I'm all about evolution. When as you are going on promoting your projects and stuff, what's your comfort level with talking about your past as an athlete and being in football? Is it something that you don't care to talk about? Like, is it
No,
just something close?
yeah, I'm 100% open about that.
Yeah,
I've seen other artists get on platforms and shy away from talking about it. But yeah,
yeah,
look, I think especially for what I'm doing as
yeah.
a quote unquote R&B singer, I think that's a strength of mine.
Hmm.
I think that's a never before done. I don't know. I don't know if any.
Successfully, yeah.
Yeah, I don't
People
think anybody.
try. People
Yeah, I don't,
try.
who
Different. I mean, shoot, look, if we had to look, we can go
R&B,
all the way
R&B
back.
football?
R&B. Well, look, if we talk about Deion Sanders, must be the money. I mean, he was trying a little something.
He's saying?
Yes.
Yeah. See,
Must be the money.
I got to go. I got to go back and do my homework on that
I
one.
think
I
I
remember
think
that.
what's so good successfully, you have different actors who want to sing, athletes who want to sing, and they try. I think that sometimes it's the opportunity.
Mm,
But there's a small group of people who are in one occupation that do it successfully, and I think it takes a lot of commitment and discipline to do it. To date, what has been your goosebump moment as an artist? Maybe there's words of wisdom someone shared with you that you're able to apply. What's been your goosebump moment?
mm. My goosebump moment was not too long ago, actually, but it was when Vic. Uh, I had let my frat brother spend the night in my house. Like he had to use the bed for some, or like the room for some reason, so I had to spend the night at Vic's house, and we're up till like 3, just talking, and he put things into a certain perspective for me where, like, if you want to it depends what you're trying to do. I think the biggest thing is figure out exactly what you're trying to do and exactly what you want out of it. Uh, there's different approaches, but It's a music industry. If that's what we're trying to do, it's the industry. So just go look, take it to business school. What is an industry? What is a market? What is a, you know what I mean? All of that. So it's
Yeah.
kind of that approach. If you're gonna do it, then it's best taking that approach.
I love that. So the future, where is, so you have Fourth and Long out now. Summertime is coming. Everybody's going to be outside. What are your plans, to, just touch the masses?
Oh, we just have a whole bunch more music. So
Uh-huh.
I've been writing music nonstop, nonstop. I have a gang of music, a bunch more rollouts, singles dropping, collaboration shows, festivals, possibly. Um, Press run. We still haven't even done the full, this is a part of it, but we're still
Yeah.
not rolling this project out. But we have a pretty much have a project, a couple projects ready to go. So it's just
What's on
figuring
your, what's on your bucket list? Like your one thing on your bucket list that you want to get, do?
MSG, MSG.
Okay.
I need to do
Madison Square Garden.
MSG. I need to do there's too many. There's too many. Yeah, there's too many bucket lists
Yo, that's Madison Square Garden. It is a great thing to have on a bucket list, just to be on stage and
for
the
sure.
fans. I love that. I love that. And my last question to you, for a creative, who is scared to step out there,
I
and share their music to the world, what would you tell them when they watch this?
would tell them to figure out what they want to do. If you just want to make music, because I know some people who just make music and they're extremely talented, but they're just doing it for themselves.
Hmm.
They just keep it within them and their friend group and the bedroom and or wherever they're making it, and they don't ever choose to. So just figure out exactly what you want to do. If you're scared to put your music out there, it might be because you're not supposed to. I feel like, but there is certain. I speak from a different place because like I kind of had to overcome certain apprehensiveness and like self-doubt and criticism. Like I was under a lot of scrutiny at a very young age. So it was like putting out music wasn't that or getting on stage wasn't that difficult of a challenge for me. But yeah, I would just say, figure out if this is what you really want to do. And
Yeah.
if this is what you want to do, then just like anything, sometimes, those emotions, I hate to say it. I'm still working through my own interpersonal things, but sometimes to get the job done, you kind of gotta shut the emotions down and just get
Yeah.
it done.
Absolutely. Well,
Don't
I
lose.
thank you. I thank you for putting out Green Room, songs that I hate to sing, Aria, and now we have Fourth and Long. We will be playing it on the Hybrid Soul, and looking forward to seeing you at the Madison Square Garden Arena
You
doing
already
your
know.
thing. We putting it out there. We claim that. And looking for more music, more visuals. Thank you. Thank you for stepping out and bringing your talent to the world. My
Thank
guest
you.
today is Larrenwong on the Hybrid Soul with Kelly Kinkaid. Until next time.